Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage as we explore the 6 most valuable and ultra-rare Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coins. From striking design details and astonishing market values, these nickels are true treasures in the numismatic world. So get ready to discover which of these rare gems could be worth a fortune. First up, we explore the most valuable 1941 Jefferson nickel. Especially in its rarest and most pristine forms, is a standout in American numismatics and a coin that continues to captivate collectors with its historical depth, elegant design, and surprising market value. While at first glance it may seem like a common wartime-era coin, certain high-grade examples and rare die varieties have become ultra-valuable over time, with prices reaching well into the thousands for top-tier pieces. Its significance lies not just in age or mintage volume, but in the specific conditions and varieties that have become highly elusive. With growing interest in the early years of the Jefferson Nickel series, the 1941 edition, particularly those struck in full steps detail or with unique errors, has become a treasure of modern coin collecting. Minted during a pivotal era in U.S. history, the 1941 Jefferson Nickel was struck just before America's official entry into World War II. At a time when the nation was still recovering from the Great Depression. Production took place at 3 major mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. This coin was part of the early wave of Jefferson Nickels, a series introduced in 1938 to replace the beloved Buffalo nickel. The design change was symbolic, emphasizing a return to neoclassical ideals and the celebration of America's founding fathers during a time of growing global instability. Though it does not commemorate a specific event, the 1941 nickel is deeply embedded in the cultural and economic story of the pre-war United States, representing a nation on the cusp of transformation. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1941. On the reverse is Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, centered within a symmetrical layout and accompanied by E pluribus unum, Monticello, and United States of America. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. What makes this coin truly special in the eyes of numismatists is the presence of full steps, FS, on Monticello, an indicator of an exceptional strike, where all 5 or 6 steps are crisply visible. Very few coins from 1941, particularly from the San Francisco Mint, exhibit this level of detail, making FS examples extremely desirable and difficult to find. While the total mintage for the 1941 Jefferson Nickel exceeded 300 million across all mints, not all coins were struck equally. Weak strikes and worn dies were common, especially at the San Francisco Mint, leading to poorly defined step details on most coins. This makes high-grade examples with full steps a rarity, commanding intense interest among advanced collectors. Additionally, known die varieties such as double die obverse, DDOs, repunched mint marks, RPMs, and off-center strikes add another layer of collectability. In terms of grading, condition is everything. Uncirculated pieces in mint state 65, MS65, or higher with full steps are especially sought after, as only a small fraction of coins survived in such flawless condition. Market values for the 1941 Jefferson Nickel vary widely depending on mint mark, condition, and strike detail. Circulated examples are generally worth between $500 and $1,000. However, uncirculated pieces start around $2,000 to $3,000 and can climb quickly. A Philadelphia mint coin with full steps in MS66 Plus can command $3,000 to $6,000, while Denver or San Francisco versions in similar grade, with full steps, can reach $1,000 or more due to their increased scarcity. A top-tier 1941 SFS graded MS67 recently sold at auction for over $11,000, reflecting how rare and highly valued such coins have become. Market trends suggest a steady increase in value, especially as fewer high-quality examples are available and demand for early Jefferson Nickels continues to rise among serious collectors. For collectors hoping to secure a valuable 1941 Jefferson nickel, attention to detail is paramount. Look closely at the steps of Monticello. Only coins with clearly defined and uninterrupted steps qualify for the coveted full steps designation. Use a 10x magnifier or consult with reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC to confirm authenticity. And strike quality. Certification is essential for high-value specimens, as it provides buyers and sellers confidence in grading accuracy. The 1941 Jefferson nickel, especially in its rarest and highest graded forms, is far more than just a piece of everyday change. It represents a fascinating intersection of American history, artistry, and wartime transition. Its classic design, potential for valuable varieties, and increasing scarcity make it a cornerstone of many advanced collections. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a new enthusiast, the 1941 nickel offers an exciting opportunity, not just for historical appreciation, but also for meaningful investment. As market awareness grows and top condition examples become even scarcer, the value and prestige of this remarkable coin are almost certain to climb in the years ahead. And secondly, we're talking about the 1964 Jefferson nickel, particularly the rare and highly sought-after bicentennial Monticello variety, stands as one of the most intriguing and valuable pieces in American numismatics. While Jefferson nickels are generally common, certain 1964 issues, especially those tied to special mint sets or unique strikes, command extraordinary attention from collectors due to their historical ties, limited availability, and exceptional condition. This coin is prized not only for its connection to Thomas Jefferson and the bicentennial celebrations of American independence, but also for its role in the transition of U.S. coinage during the mid-20th century. Its appeal lies in its scarcity and high grades, its historical resonance, and its potential as a blue-chip investment for serious collectors. The 1964 Jefferson nickel was minted during a pivotal year in U.S. coinage history, as the Treasury halted silver coin production and faced rising demand for circulating currency. While most 1964 nickels were struck in massive quantities, a small subset was produced under unique circumstances, including special mint sets and experimental strikes. The bicentennial Monticello variety, though not officially released until later years, draws its name from the iconic Monticello design on the reverse, symbolizing Jefferson's legacy. The 1964 issue is particularly notable because it marks the final year of heavy silver alloy nickels before composition changes, adding to its historical weight. Minted primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, some examples from this year exhibit exceptional quality, making them stand out in the Jefferson series. What sets the 1964 bicentennial Monticello nickel apart are its distinctive design elements and potential for exceptional preservation. The obverse features Felix Schlag's classic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The reverse showcases a detailed rendition of Monticello, Jefferson's famed Virginia estate, with precise architectural lines that are especially striking in high-grade specimens. Coins from this era that were preserved in mint sets or special collections often exhibit full steps on Monticello's staircase, a key factor in grading and valuation. The coin's 75% copper and 25% nickel composition gives it a distinctive luster when uncirculated, further enhancing its visual appeal to collectors. Rarity plays a crucial role in the desirability of the 1964 Jefferson nickel, particularly for examples in pristine condition. While millions were minted, the vast majority entered circulation and show significant wear. High-grade uncirculated specimens, especially those with full steps (FS) designation, are exceedingly scarce. Additionally, certain varieties, such as those struck on polished planchets or with unique mint errors, can fetch premium prices. The absence of mint marks on Philadelphia-struck coins adds another layer of intrigue, as discerning the exact origin of a high-grade piece requires expert evaluation. Collectors prioritize coins certified by PCGS or NGC, as third-party grading ensures authenticity and condition accuracy. Market value for the 1964 Jefferson nickel varies dramatically based on condition and variety. Common circulated examples may trade for just a few dollars, but uncirculated specimens with full steps can command prices ranging from $500 to several $1,000s. Exceptional examples, such as those graded MS 66 or higher by PCGS or NGC, have realized upwards of $10,000 in auctions, particularly if they possess original mint luster and no post-production imperfections. The coin's value is driven by its condition rarity, historical significance, and the competitive demand among Jefferson nickel enthusiasts. Over the past decade, prices for top-tier examples have shown steady appreciation, reflecting their status as a cornerstone of mid-20th century U.S. coinage. For collectors seeking to acquire a high-quality 1964 Jefferson nickel, several strategies can maximize success. First, focus on coins certified by reputable grading services, as raw examples are prone to overgrading or undisclosed flaws. Look for specimens with full steps on Monticello's staircase, a key indicator of strike quality. Building relationships with trusted dealers or participating in major numismatic auctions can provide access to the finest examples. Proper storage is essential. Archival quality holders and climate-controlled environments preserve the coin's surfaces and luster. Finally, staying informed about market trends and recent auction results ensures informed purchasing decisions, as prices for premium condition nickels can fluctuate based on collector interest. The enduring allure of the 1964 bicentennial Monticello Jefferson nickel lies in its ability to encapsulate a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage while offering collectors a tangible piece of history. Unlike many mid-century coins that were mass-produced and heavily circulated, the finest examples of this nickel, particularly those with full steps and pristine surfaces, serve as a testament to the craftsmanship of the era. Its value is not merely monetary but also symbolic, representing both Jefferson's legacy and the shifting dynamics of American minting practices. The 1964 bicentennial Monticello Jefferson Nickel represents a fascinating intersection of history, artistry, and numismatic rarity. Its connection to Thomas Jefferson and the transitional era of U.S. coinage elevates its appeal beyond mere face value, making it a prized possession for collectors. The combination of limited high-grade survivors, iconic design elements, and strong market demand ensures its enduring relevance in the hobby. Whether as a centerpiece of a Jefferson Nickel collection or a strategic investment, this coin offers both aesthetic pleasure and tangible value, solidifying its place as one of the most compelling issues in modern numismatics. And thirdly, we're talking about the most valuable and rare, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel is an intriguing and underappreciated gem in the world of U.S. coin collecting, particularly when examining high-grade examples and rare varieties. While it may not be the first coin that comes to mind when discussing ultra-rare American coins, certain specimens of the 1968 5-cent piece have reached surprisingly high values due to their condition, striking quality, and collector demand. Minted at the Denver Mint, this nickel holds a vital place in the Jefferson Nickel series, bridging the transitional post-silver era and embodying the precision and craftsmanship of late 1960s coin production. Its combination of modern minting techniques and traditional Jefferson imagery has helped it stand out as a must-have piece for serious numismatists and investors. Historically, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel came during a significant shift in American coinage. The U.S. Mint had recently transitioned from silver-based coins to full-clad compositions, prompting a change in how coins were manufactured, struck, and preserved. The nickel, however, retained its copper-nickel composition introduced in 1946, maintaining a level of continuity. In 1968, America was in the midst of cultural and political transformation. The Vietnam War, civil rights movements, and the assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy created national unrest. Amid this turbulence, the U.S. Mint resumed the use of mint marks, which had been temporarily removed in earlier years due to public coin hoarding. Thus, the 1968 nickel marked a return to visible minting identifiers, making it significant. In the chronology of modern American coinage, design-wise, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel follows the classic look introduced in 1938, but subtle refinements made by the Mint over the decades enhanced the coin's aesthetics and clarity. The obverse features a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, sculpted by Felix Schlag, with inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. The reverse depicts Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America." Notably, in high-grade examples, the fine architectural details of Monticello, like the columns and dome lines, are impressively crisp, offering a visual elegance rarely seen in circulation-grade coins. Collectors especially admire the sharpness and luster found in full steps (FS) varieties, which command significant premiums. Rarity and condition are crucial in distinguishing the 1968 D nickel as an ultra-valuable collector's item. While the Denver Mint struck over 91 million of these nickels, the vast majority entered circulation, where were quickly degraded their fine details. It is extraordinarily rare to find a 1968 D nickel in mint state 66 or above, and even rarer, with full steps designation, referring to at least 5 complete steps visible on the Monticello reverse. The full steps variety, particularly in grades MS66FS and MS67FS, remains the pinnacle of desirability, as only a handful have been certified by PCGS and NGC. These coins are often the product of superior die conditions and careful handling at the mint, making them scarce and highly sought after by Jefferson series specialists. In terms of market value, the 1968 D Jefferson nickel has shown impressive gains in the numismatic market, particularly for those elusive high-grade FS examples. A regular circulated 1968 D nickel may fetch a nominal amount, but when you move into MS66 FS territory, values can soar into the hundreds. For instance, a certified PCGS MS66 FS specimen can range between $450 and $850, depending on luster, strike, and eye appeal. In MS67 FS, which is exceptionally rare, prices can exceed $3,000 at auction. One such coin even crossed the $5,000 threshold in a heritage auction, setting a benchmark for future sales. These values are driven not only by rarity, but also by increasing interest in high-quality mid-20th century U.S. coinage as an investment class. For collectors aiming to acquire a valuable 1968 D nickel, a few critical tips can make the difference between a good find and a costly mistake. First, always prioritize condition. Aim for uncirculated or certified coins graded MS65 or higher. Look for the full steps designation, which significantly enhances a coin's marketability and value. Certification by reputable grading agencies, like PCGS or NGC, is essential, as counterfeit risk and subjective condition assessment can be pitfalls for novices. When storing these nickels, use airtight holders and keep them in a climate-controlled environment to preserve their mint luster. Reliable sources include major auction houses, high-volume eBay dealers with strong reputations, and trusted local coin dealers familiar with Jefferson nickels. Ultimately, the 1968 D Jefferson nickel stands as a powerful testament to how condition, precision, and minting detail can elevate a common coin into the realm of ultra-rarity and high value. It might not boast the flash of earlier silver nickels or error varieties, but its allure lies in its pristine preservation, full step sharpness, and increasing scarcity among top-graded examples. This coin has quietly built a reputation among advanced collectors who recognize the immense difficulty in obtaining flawless specimens from such a large mintage year. Its aesthetic harmony, historical roots, and striking variations make it an exceptional coin for any U.S. coin collection. The 1968 D Jefferson nickel is far more than just another mid-century 5-cent piece. It represents a blend of historical transition, design continuity, and modern rarity. Its strong auction performance and limited high-grade population give it lasting investment appeal. For numismatists with an eye for overlooked treasures, this coin is a shining example of how patience, precision, and a deep understanding of the hobby can yield remarkable rewards. Whether you're starting a Jefferson series collection or looking to round out a high-end set, the 1968 D with full steps is a trophy piece worthy of any showcase. And fourthly, we explore the 1979 Monticello Thomas Jefferson Nickel, part of the bicentennial series, stands as one of the most intriguing and valuable modern U.S. coins, particularly in ultra-rare conditions. While Jefferson nickels are generally common, certain 1979 varieties have gained legendary status among collectors due to their extreme scarcity, unique minting anomalies, and historical ties to America's bicentennial celebrations. This coin is highly sought after not only for its numismatic significance, but also for its potential as a high-value investment piece, especially in pristine or error-included conditions. The allure of this nickel lies in its combination of historical context, limited availability, and the meticulous craftsmanship that defines the finest examples. Historically, the 1979 Jefferson nickel was struck during a transitional period for the U.S. Mint, as it continued to honor the bicentennial spirit, with subtle design refinements. Though not an official bicentennial issue, its production coincided with the tail end of the celebratory era, adding a layer of cultural relevance. The coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the latter producing proof versions for collectors. What makes certain 1979 nickels extraordinary are the rare errors and die varieties that emerged, particularly those involving dramatic doubling or off-center strikes. These anomalies were often the result of mechanical adjustments or worn dies, making such specimens accidental treasures that now command astronomical prices. The design of the 1979 Jefferson nickel retains the classic Felix Schlag motifs, Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. However, the most valuable examples exhibit striking deviations, such as the double die obverse (DDO) variety, where Jefferson's features appear boldly duplicated due to a misaligned die during striking. Another prized variety is the full steps designation, referring to Monticello's staircase being fully defined, a rarity due to the challenges of achieving sharp strikes in the nickel's hard alloy. Coins displaying these features in near-perfect condition are considered the pinnacle of Jefferson nickel collecting, with their visual appeal magnified by their technical perfection. Rarity is the defining factor behind the 1979 nickel's elite status. While millions were minted, only a handful exhibit the dramatic errors or pristine details that elevate them to ultra-rare status. For instance, the 1979 D nickel with a prominent DDO is known in just a few certified specimens, with PCGS or NGC graded examples in MS 66 or higher fetching five-figure sums. Similarly, proof coins from San Francisco with full steps are exceedingly scarce, as most proofs lack the necessary strike sharpness. The condition is paramount. Even minor wear or contact marks can drastically reduce value, making uncirculated or proof specimens with original luster the most desirable. Market values for these exceptional nickels reflect their extreme scarcity and collector demand. A 1979 P nickel with a strong DDO in MS 65 can sell for $10,000 to $20,000, while the finest known examples in MS 67 have reached upwards of $50,000 at auction. Proof versions with full steps routinely command $5,000 to $15,000, depending on grade. Error coins, such as those with off-center strikes or broad-struck imperfections, also draw significant interest, with prices varying based on the severity and visual impact of the mistake. The market for these coins remains robust, driven by dedicated Jefferson nickel enthusiasts and error collectors competing for the few available high-end specimens. For collectors pursuing this elusive nickel, authentication and grading by reputable services like PCGS or NGC are essential. Counterfeits and altered coins exist, making third-party verification critical when evaluating a potential purchase. Close inspection under magnification for doubling, step detail, and surface quality is advised. Storage in inert holders and avoidance of harsh cleaning are also key to preserving value. Acquiring such a coin often requires patience and networking within numismatic circles, as the best examples rarely appear in public sales. Established auction houses and specialized dealers are the most reliable sources, though collector forums and club networks can also yield opportunities. The 1979 Monticello Jefferson Nickel status as a modern rarity underscores its enduring appeal. Beyond its face value, It represents a fascinating intersection of minting history, artistic detail, and sheer luck, qualities that resonate deeply with collectors. Its value is not merely monetary but also historical, as it encapsulates a moment in U.S. coinage where precision met unpredictability. For advanced collectors, owning one of these nickels in top condition is a crowning achievement, while for new enthusiasts, it serves as a compelling introduction to the world of error and variety collecting. In conclusion, the ultra-rare 1979 Jefferson Nickel is a numismatic gem that transcends its humble denomination. Its combination of bicentennial-era provenance, striking anomalies, and extreme scarcity ensures its place as a centerpiece in high-end collections. As demand for top-tier U.S. coins continues to grow, this nickel's market value is likely to appreciate, solidifying its reputation as one of the most desirable modern issues. Whether sought for its historical significance, visual splendor, or investment potential, the 1979 rarity remains a testament to the enduring fascination of coin collecting. And now we'll explore the 1971 Jefferson Nickel. May not initially catch the eye as a standout in the series, but for seasoned numismatists and sharp-eyed collectors, this particular coin from the early 70s holds exceptional significance. While it doesn't carry the prestige of a silver composition or a celebrated anniversary year, what makes the 1971 Jefferson Nickel remarkable is its scarcity in pristine conditions, the rare varieties it has produced, and its growing importance. In the modern collector's market, among circulated and uncirculated coins, specific errors and full steps, FS, varieties from this year have fetched thousands of dollars, placing them among the elite tiers of valuable 5-cent pieces. With a strong resurgence of interest in early modern nickels, the 1971 Jefferson Nickel has gained traction as an underappreciated rarity, one now commanding serious attention and investment value. The year 1971 marked a transitional period in American coin production. The U.S. Mint had moved fully away from silver coinage by the late 1960s, and while inflation and industrial changes dominated the decade, nickel production continued steadily for general circulation. The Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, remained the standard 5-cent piece, featuring the stoic profile of Thomas Jefferson and his home, Monticello. In 1971, the Denver Mint struck nearly 313 million nickels, a number that might suggest commonness. But what makes this coin historically relevant is how poorly these coins were struck overall, especially when compared to other dates. Poor die quality and worn striking equipment at the Denver facility led to weaker design features, making full steps examples especially elusive. These factors have elevated the 1971 nickel status among specialists who hunt for quality over quantity. The 1971 Jefferson Nickel maintains the classic design by Felix Schlag, yet certain issues from this year show subtle anomalies that set them apart. On the obverse, Jefferson's left-facing bust is flanked by the motto, "In God We Trust," and the word liberty, followed by the date. On the reverse, Monticello sits beneath E pluribus unum, and above the denomination 5 cents and the country name. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing exactly 5.00 grams, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. But the real story lies in the full steps designation. If the steps leading to Monticello are fully visible with 5 or 6 distinct lines, the coin is categorized as FS, and finding a 1971 with such clarity is nearly impossible due to the mint's deteriorating die conditions. This tiny detail dramatically boosts value and desirability. In terms of rarity, the 1971 Jefferson Nickel is not scarce in circulated condition, but becomes ultra-rare in grades MS65 and higher, especially with full steps designation. The lack of quality strikes from Denver that year makes the FS variety an elusive target for registry set collectors. According to PCGS population data, only a handful of 1971 nickels have been certified as MS65 FS or better. Even minor die, breaks, double strikes, or off-center errors from this year are considered premium finds. Collectors should be particularly alert to varieties involving die deterioration doubling, DDD, which adds uniqueness without being classified as a traditional double die. This scarcity in top conditions has turned what might seem like a common nickel into a legitimate numismatic rarity. The market value of the 1971 D. Jefferson nickel varies dramatically based on grade and strike quality. Circulated examples are worth face value to a few cents in bulk, but once you venture into mint state territory, especially MS65 and above, prices begin to soar. A standard MS65 coin without full steps might fetch $15 to $25, but add full steps into the mix, and that price can leap to $800 to $1,500. The highest auction records for MS66 FS specimens have topped $3,500, especially for coins with exceptional luster and die clarity. The full steps variety has become a driving force in pricing Jefferson nickels, especially in registry competition. With growing recognition and limited top-graded survivors, values are only expected to climb over time. For collectors seeking this elusive treasure, knowledge and patience are essential. Begin by examining bankrolls or unsearched collections from the 1970s. A strong magnifier is critical for checking the Monticello steps. Look for 5 to 6 uninterrupted lines without bridge marks. Certification by NGC or PCGS is highly recommended for resale value and confirmation of full step status. Storage should prevent any further contact or oxidation. Opt for airtight holders or slabs with desiccants. Consider targeting reputable dealers or online auctions with third-party grading to reduce the risk of counterfeits or exaggerated claims. Building relationships in numismatic communities, especially Jefferson nickel-focused forums, can lead to insider tips on where and how to find higher-grade examples. The 1971 D. Jefferson nickel may not have been minted to commemorate any grand event, but its quiet rarity and condition-sensitive value make it a standout in the Jefferson series. It serves as a perfect example of how overlooked dates can hold enormous worth, particularly when tied to quality striking anomalies and modern collecting trends. Unlike commemorative coins that announce their significance loudly, the 1971 D. whispers its value only to those who know where to listen, and that subtlety is part of its charm. With the right knowledge, what seems like a pocket change nickel could turn into a four-figure windfall or a cornerstone of a Jefferson registry. Set. The 1971 D. Jefferson Nickel's worth lies not just in its metal content or age, but in its unique alignment of historical obscurity and physical rarity. Its market value is driven by the increasing number of collectors appreciating modern-era challenges, especially those tied to full steps designations. Whether you're a beginner intrigued by small discoveries or a veteran building a top-tier set, the 1971 D. Jefferson Nickel offers a compelling blend of history, scarcity, and future investment potential. It's a shining example that in the world of coin collecting, value isn't always about silver or gold. Sometimes, it's about the rare perfection hidden in the everyday.